Good evening, good evening. Today I've been busy. This is my third video and really wanted to answer a lot of questions. This is Kevin Smith with Drive by Faith Transport Services, and today this is my third video that I've done today. So I decided to go to Thornton gas station in Romeoville on Independence, 1341 Independence in Romeoville, Illinois. Reason why I went there, that's a brand new gas station, and it is constructed very beautifully. The reason why I say that is if you're a truck driver, if you're a van driver, you're a car, and you just need to pull over to get some rest, they got plenty of space where you can do that, right? The truck drivers, they have their own stationary. I think the lady told me if you pay $15 and you can stay overnight. If you just need to lay over a couple hours, I think it's free. Those are questions you can ask if you ever go there. But my number one concern is that I went to that gas station and I wanted to talk to the truckers. Ran into this gentleman and I asked him, can you give me a couple minutes of your time? And I said, what is some of the major concerns that truck drivers or people that's on the road face? He said, number one is when you are a 1099 employee, you have to make sure that you are disciplined in filing your taxes, right? You need to keep up with your mileage. You need to keep up with all your receipts at the end of the year. It's very important because Uncle Sam needs to know. And this is what he told me. He said it's also important to own your own vehicle, right? Versus working for someone else. He was moving food and perishable goods. He had 18-wheeler, and he said that, he make good money, so if you are a van driver, if you're a 26-foot cargo van driver, or you're an 18-wheeler driver, what he told me was it is a huge need for people to have cargo vans, 26 box trucks, and 18-wheelers to have the refrigerated vans, right? Another thing that he told me is one of the concerns is that the cheap pay. If you work for another company, they don't want to pay you what you're worth. So he said that it is very important that you work for yourself. Get your own DOT, get your own LLC, get your own escort. These are status that you need to talk to an attorney, or you need to talk to someone, a CPA, to find out what works for you, right? But what I will tell you is, he told me those are some of the main concerns. Second concern is deadhead. If you're driving excessive miles and you're trying to find a load coming back, a lot of times you won't find that load coming back. So you have to rest. And if you're not driving an 18-wheeler where you have a bed, you might have to pay for a hotel. You might have to sleep in your van, right? Some people, they use cots, right? After they drop the load off, they have a cot, or they have an air mattress, right? Where they sit in a van, and that's what they do. Some people get in a hotel. Depends on how much money that you made on that load. If you're driving 500 miles and then you turn around and you made about $1,000, right? And that's doable. Some company will pay you. I have made driving 400 miles. A company paid me, I want to say, a cess of about $1,300 for that run. So you have some companies that will pay premium money for you to ride in those distances. Uh, right now, I prefer local. 200-300 miles now, right? Maybe 200 miles at the most. That was one of the biggest thing that he told me too. It's because if you drive local, you drive maybe 3 or 4 hours, right? Then you can turn around and you can come back home and you don't have to worry about the deadhead miles. You can write those off at the end of the year, right? And get a tax break for even deadhead miles, right? So what I'm gonna do is focus on Q&A. So my Q&A is you guys give me questions. Then I, in turn, if I don't have an answer, I'm going to go out and talk to truckers. I'm going to go out and stop at different gas stations. Right now, Speedway and Thornton's are major players out there. Now, they are building everywhere, right? So those are some of the bigger major players and they are building within the city limits of companies. A lot of these other gas stations, they are building over the roads, right? Some of the bigger ones out there that have showers and things like that, right? But my main concern is making this video, guys. It's not to promote gas stations, but to promote what is best for you when you are out on the road, and you need to have questions answered, so you don't have to. It don't have to be a trial and error, So I'm going to continue to eventually sit down and have coffees with some of the drivers, and I only need to take maybe 3 to 5 minutes of their time because I know they're very busy. So guys, give me some questions, and I'll make sure that I try to get the answers for you. Take care.